Hi everyone, this is Vicki. Happy Tuesday. Today we're coming to you from one of the Sunday school rooms here at church. This will become our yoga studio. Are you ready? I hope you've had a wonderful evening exploring week 3. This is our chance to move our bodies. First though, we're going to take a chance to breathe. So yoga is one of those great ways that we can physically with our bodies receive and release breath. Tonight we're also going to be looking at ways we can welcome feelings into our bodies. So yoga started a long time ago in a land far away in India, and it was a way for people to bring their bodies, their minds, and their spirits into oneness with God. And our practicing yoga is a great reminder of the ways that we can learn from other people and other cultures and bring that into our own faith and our own practice. So are you ready to get started? Okay, do you have your yoga mat? Well, let's go ahead and roll that out. All right, let's come down onto our yoga mat and we're gonna sit in our position that just lets us be comfortable. Because first we're gonna take a second to breathe. So whenever you are ready, take a second, place your hands somewhere on your lap or on your legs. Take a second and close your eyes and just listen to my words. We're going to take a breath in through our nose and then a breath out through the nose. On your next breath in, think the words, I listen to myself. And as you breathe out through your nose, think the words, with kindness. I listen to myself with kindness. Inhale, take a breath in, I listen to myself. Exhale, with kindness. Inhale through the nose, I listen to myself. Exhale through the nose, with kindness. One more breath. Inhale through the nose, I listen to myself. Exhale, with kindness. Awesome. So let's take a second to allow our yoga mats to become a flying carpet. We're going to do an imagination exercise while we start to warm up and move. So come to the front of your yoga mat, and we're going to sit so that we can hold the front of our yoga mat almost like it's a steering wheel. It's going to help us to move. So maybe fold up the end of your mat so that you have like a bar to hold on to. All right, so sitting on your yoga mat, take a second, hold on to your steering wheel of your flying carpet, and then close your eyes. And then start to imagine in your imagination that your magic carpet is starting to lift up off of the ground and starting to fly through the air. And as we fly through the air, we start to feel the wind blowing on our face. So take a second, imagine you've got some cool air blowing on your face. And then start to imagine that if you were to look down, you would start to see everything becoming very small. But notice that your carpet, your magic carpet, is feeling really sturdy and strong under you, and you're not going to fall. And then from here, start to see something over to one side you want to drive to, and maybe start to lean your body gently over to the side, maybe turn your handlebar in your hand a bit, and then start to see something over on the other side. We tilt our body over to the other side, turn your handlebar on your carpet, and then come back to your center. And then take a second to lean forward and see what's down below. Imagine that you see a big city down below. Or maybe you're flying in the country. Maybe you see grass and trees and horses and cows, barns. And then allow yourself to come back on top of your knees or your sits bones, and then look maybe up at the sky. Take a second to feel the sunshine on your face. The breeze still blowing on your body and your face, and then come back to your center. And then slowly, slowly start to steer your magic carpet down towards the ground. You're starting to come in for a landing, and you make a smooth landing on a nice cushy patch of grass. Then unroll your handlebar, lay your mat out, and then let's start to move our bodies in some ways that remind us about God's compassion and our compassion for each other. So we're going to start standing up. So come up to a standing position. All right. And from here, we're going to just lift our arms up and overhead. Awesome. And then lower your hands down. Okay. And then from here, let your feet come just a little bit wider. I'm going to take my feet really, really wide. If you want to go wide, you can too. We're going to do a wide leg mountain. So let your hands come out to the left and to the right. Reach your fingers down towards the ground. Press your feet into the floor. Reach the top of your head up towards the sky. All right, so this is a wide mountain. We're strong, we feel our strength, and we are unshakable. All right, and then from here, we'll walk our feet back underneath us, lift our arms up towards the sky, and then come down into a forward fold. If you want to walk your legs a little bit, you can do that. And then we're going to inhale, take a breath in, come halfway up. Hands are on your legs, and we're going to look forward just a little bit. This reminds us to look to the future and look forward to see what is coming. And then we'll exhale, we'll come back with hands down to the ground. We'll stay here for just a second. Let your hips reach back like you're trying to sit on a chair that might be there that's invisible. So with the chair behind you and your hips reaching, let your upper body come away from your legs. Take your hands to your hips or reach your hands up and overhead. This is called chair. And this reminds us that we strengthen and stretch when we trust ourselves. So we're trusting our legs to not let us fall. Just the same way we trust in God to take care of us if and when we fall down or to keep us from falling. And then we're going to bring our hands back down to the ground. Maybe walk your legs one more time. And then reach back for that chair one more time. But this time, bring your hands into goalposts or cactus arms. And then see if you can sink down into that chair just a little bit more without falling over. Oh, stay there for just a second. Woo! And then let your hands come back down to the ground. Oh, that was awesome. And then if you want to, you can step or hop your feet back behind you. And we come into downward dog. And sweep your body forward for a second. We're in this long plank pose. Stay here for just a second. Let your knees come down to the ground. Let your hips go towards the floor. Oh, we come into upward dog. Have you ever seen your dog stretch like a downward dog or an upward dog? Or maybe your cat? All right, and then we come back to this tabletop shape, and we're going to do a couple of cat-cows. Speaking of cats, we're going to first let our bellies reach down for the ground and make a little curve in our lower back. And then we're going to round the back, let your chin come towards your chest, and this is cat. And then take your back through those shapes just a couple of times. This reminds us about all the wondrous ways that God has made us. And everything that we feel as we make that shape is welcome. All right. And then from here, we're going to bring our hips down onto the ground. Bend your knees. Reach the top of your head up towards the sky. Then bring your hands behind your legs for just a second so you can sit kind of tall. Take your hands, reach out for something in front of you, and slowly begin to let your upper body come down. And then lift your foot Lift your other foot. And then reach your feet out. This is called boat. We'll just be here in boat for just a couple of breaths. Then let your feet come down to the ground. Nice job, everybody. Thank you for being here as part of our yoga to wrap up Vacation Bible School. I'm Vicki. Have a wonderful Tuesday. And we close with the word namaste. That means the light in me sees the light that is in you. And we're reminded to see each other the same way God sees each of us, with love, with compassion, and with respect. Namaste.